guys, I'm Kevin Embres, and for today we're going to discuss our vlog presentation regards curriculum and curriculum development. Keep watching guys.
What's up guys? Welcome dito sa aming vlog. Ako nga pala si Rix Ticondi, Values Major 3rd Year E sa Western Philippines University. Narito po ako sa inyong harapan para bigyan kayo ng isang maikling paliwanag o kahulugan kung anong ba ang ibig sabihin ng curriculum at curriculum development. Magsimula tayo guys sa curriculum. In short term, curriculum guys, ito yung expectation kung ano ba talaga ina-expect ng estudyante at sa kanyang field of study. At nakapaloob din sa curriculum guys yung mga ginagawa ng mga teacher tulad ng mga materials na kung saan ito ay upang makatulong sa kanilang mga estudyante at makabigay sila ng isang produktibong pagtuturo. Sa ngayong pandemya guys, yung ginagamit ng ating mga teacher is online basis. So naka-online tayo, wala naman face-to-face class ngayon nangyari sa Pilipinas. Kung kaya't ito yung ginagawa ng mga teacher natin na sa gayon ay sa gitna ng pandemya ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pag-aaral. Pangalawa, yung curriculum development or defined as step by step or a process guys. Meaning ito ay may research na nangyari kung saan this process is yung magbibigay ng tulong upang ma-improve pa ng isang university or institute, ma-improve nila ang kanilang pagbibigay ng dekalidad na edukasyon sa ating mga mag-aaral guys. So yun lang guys yung aking paliwanag, isang maikling paliwanag. Sana guys may naintindihan kayo sa aking paliwanag. Salamat, what's up, ingat lagi.
Good day, ma'am. I am Queenie E. Conde from Values Education 3E. I will discuss today about curriculum. So, what is curriculum? I have a thin definition of curriculum here. The first is a brief answer is hard to give as curriculum can be both written and unwritten. Essentially, curriculum is what the school is attempting to teach, which might include social behaviors as well as content and thinking skill. So first, yung tinuturo daw ng curriculum is all about behavior and more on thinking skills. So next is a course of study will enable the learner to acquire specific knowledge. So yung course is sila yung way upang mag-focus yung mga estudyante sa isang topic lang. Halimbawa lamang po sa amin, sa secondary po kami, may major subject po kami na pinofocus o tinututukan na yun po mismo yung aming first na pinapag-aralan. Yun po yung pinaka major, yun po yung major namin, yung values education. Next is a curriculum consists of roadmap or guidelines of any given discipline, both philosophy of teaching of the instructors as well as of the educational institution serve as two of the principles upon which a curriculum based. So meron daw, yung curriculum daw is merong roadmap or guidelines na nagbibigay or any discipline, both philosophy of teaching instruction as institution serve as two or principles upon curriculum based. So yun yung pinaka-base nila. Kaya meron silang roadmap or guideline para makapagturo, yung pagtuturo nila is tuloy-tuloy and ma-achieve po nila yung kanilang goal, yung goal po ng school. Next is a curriculum is the combination of instructional practices, learning experiences, and the student's performance assessment designed to bring out, evaluate the target learning outcomes in particular course. Yun na nga po, yung curriculum daw is may practices, learning experience of the student's performance assessment. Yun po yung napapaloob po dito yung mga students activity po, yung mga tasks, exams, quiz, yun na po yun. Yun na po yung nakapaloob dito sa curriculum. And next po is a detailed plan for instruction set by policymakers. Yung detailed plan po, dito po nag-list lahat ng mga sumusunod upang maipatupad po yung policy ng school. And 6 is a selection of information segregated into discipline and course typically designed to achieve specific educational objective. So, yun na nga po na ano na po dyan. Selection of information segregated into discipline and courses typically designed to achieve specific educational objectives. Yun na nga po, may selection of information po. And yun po pinaka-importante is yung discipline sa bawat course. 7 is applied to education. Curriculum is the series of things that student must be and experience by way of developing abilities to the things well that adult do in life and to be in always the people that they should be as adult. Yun na nga po. Ang curriculum daw is experience lamang po sa mga estudyante kagaya po namin upang ma-develop ang aming abilities na makagawa ng mga bagay sa totoong buhay po in reality as an adult. Next is curriculum encompasses as a variety of technical and non-technical courses that are required to complete a specific degree. Yun na nga po, in variety of technical and non-technical courses and that complete degree. Yung curriculum po is sila po yung nag-build or nagde-develop ng mga future professionals kagaya po namin. Through curriculum po na-develop po ang aming personality through napapractice po namin kung paano po yung mga namin in future yung pwede yung future job po namin napapaghandaan po namin. Next is curriculum includes everything that takes place and everything that does not take place with the school purview of school. Takes place and everything does not take place with the purview of the school. 10 is curriculum is a framework that sets the expectation for the students' learning and it serves as guide for teachers, a roadmap if you will that establish standard for the students' performance and teachers' accountability. Yun na nga po, ang curriculum daw po is a set of expectation of student learning. So, kaya po may curriculum upang ma-rate po kung yung expectation po, yun po yung pinaka target ng curriculum na ma-achieve po nila na yun po yung outcomes po na mangyayari sa pag-develop ng personality ng isang student and establish standard for this person. Yun na nga po, dun po sila mag-i-standard kung talaga bang na-achieve po nila yung goal nila sa performance po ng mga estudyante nila. And yun na nga po, that's all and thank you. This is a reference of my discussion. It comes from Google and that's all. Thank you and God bless.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Emries and I would like to greet our beloved instructor, Ma'am Kimberly Gutierrez, and also my fellow classmates. The vlog presentation to be discussed is all about curriculum and curriculum development. So, ano na nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng curriculum and what is curriculum development? So, we will discuss the nature, concepts, and purposes. Here are the session's objectives. The first is define curriculum using traditional and contemporary school of thought. identify the 4 elements of curriculum development, and explain the rationale behind curriculum development. Here are the session outline. We had 3 session outline: concepts, natures and purposes of curriculum, elements, components of curriculum. The last is teaching, learning process, and curriculum development. So, what is curriculum? What is curriculum development? So, later we will discuss the curriculum and curriculum development. Etymology of curriculum. Kung sa Tagalog pa, ang pinagmulan ng salita. Salitang curriculum, which is from the Latin word currere, meaning to run, to proceed. Originally used to refer a race or the course of race. First formally labeled as course of study in the 17th century at European University. So it is formally labeled nung established siya doon sa European University. Okay, so here are the general definition of curriculum. The first one is specific course or listing of subjects. So what is an example of this? So the best example is when you go to school or pumunta ka sa school tapos kumuha ka ng mga list of subjects from first year college until fourth year college, all of your subjects from first semester until second semester. That is an example of curriculum. Diba? So, kumuha ka ng hard copy para makita mo yung mga subjects mo from the first until the last na yung mga subjects na kinuha mo. So, that is an example of curriculum. Okay, the second one is entire educational environment. Oh, so, nung nag-aaral ka, mga learnings, experiences inside the classroom na natutunan mo, that is an example of curriculum. Or the total learning experience. So, yun nga. Diba? Nung nasa paaralan tayo, yung mga turo, yung mga natutunan natin, yung mga na-experience natin sa loob ng 4 na taon or ilang until na nag-graduate ka, all of those is an curriculum. Okay? So, here are the sample comparison of curriculum models. So, the traditional and the modern. So, in traditional, teacher-centered. So, what is an example of teacher-centered? So, in terms of classes, teachers yung bida. So, ganito na lang in short. And in terms of modern, student-centered. So, kung sa traditional, teacher yung centered, pagdating sa modern, teacher is relax na lang. So, the student will be a facilitator. Parang siya na yung mag-facilitator doon. Siya na yung magtuturo doon. Diba? So, at the present time, here's a basic example na yung modern na pinapakita natin as an college student. Diba? Teacher is nag-o-observe na lang. Student is nagdi-discuss. Nagbibigay ng explanation regards sa mga lessons or topics na dinidiscuss or na binibigay ng teacher. Knowledge giving and traditional. Siyempre, before, estudyante nakikinig lang lagi. As a teacher, kailangan mo talagang ipapaintindi sa estudyante mo kung ano yung dapat ba, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng topic o ano ba ibig sabihin ng yung dinidiscuss mo para mas lalo nilang maintindihan, makukuha nila yung ibig sabihin na yung lessons or binibigay mong problem para hindi sila malito. Kasi yung dati is kailangan mo talagang ipapakain, talagang isusubo mo talaga yung knowledge na kailangan nila. But now, in modern, yung estudyante is even na yung teacher mag-upo na lang, bigyan mo na lang sila ng problem dyan, bigyan mo na lang mga situational mga activities dyan, hindi na kailangan magtanong yung estudyante, kasi yung estudyante ngayon in modern is talagang kailangan sila na yung umintindi sa mga problem, sila na yung umintindi kung paano solusyonan. So that's an example of modern and problem based sa curriculum. Okay, so discipline led. So in traditional, discipline led before is kung subject mo is Filipino, is yung content is all Filipino lang, about Filipino lang. Kung subject mo is English, walang pwedeng halo, is English lang. Dati in traditional, but in the modern, we have integrated, or may iram kuruno na integration. Diba? So for example, subjects mo is math, but some of the content may napapasok dun is English. The best example, subject mo is science, sometimes may napapasok dun na mathematics. So yun ang sinasabi natin, integrated or integration. Kaya ngayon may mga subject na naghahalo-halo basta interconnected sila, diba? Tapos in traditional, standard program. Okay, sa standard program, ito yung dati sa school, wala pang mga specialization na binibigay. For example, nung nag-aaral ako, na wala pa yung K-12 na yan, dati is kukunin mo talaga yung subjects na yung subjects na, kunyari for example, first year high school ka until fourth year high school ka, kukunin mo talaga lahat ng subjects na yun. But unlike the modern, may elective score na. Pagdating mo sa senior high, meron ka ng option. Example, pwede kang magiging gas, pwede kang sa TVL, diba? ICT. Yan ang example natin sa modern ngayon. But before, in traditional, is wala pang mga ganyan. So, kailangan talaga nila kukunin yung lahat ng subjects from English, mathematics, Filipino, value, science, lahat niya. So, that is the comparison of curriculum models. Purpose of curriculum. So, what is the purpose of curriculum? To provide a template or design which enables learning to take place. Another, to provide answers, what to teach, how to teach, when to teach, why teach it. So what is the best example of curriculum? Lesson plan. Lesson plan is an example of curriculum. Why? Inside the lesson plan, doon na organize yung dapat mong ituro. Kung ano yung ituturo mo, kailan mo ituturo, at how to teach, kung paano mo ituro. So, it's a guide. Guide, di ba? Guide para ma-organize, para yung quality of teaching mo is better. Quality of education mo is unique na ibibigay mo sa isang estudyante. Diba? That is the purpose of curriculum. If we have no curriculum or wala tayong curriculum, so useless talagang lahat. Walang direction yung pagtuturo natin if walang curriculum or wala tayong magiging guide sa pagtuturo. Two general types of curriculum: official or formal, hidden or unofficial. So that is two types of curriculum. So ang example natin sa official or formal curriculum is yung mga memorandum na from the highest authorities. Yan ang mga example niyan. So yung mga hidden or unofficial curriculum naman, that's yung mga unexpected. Yung hindi natin inasahan na mangyayari. Specific types of curriculum: recommended curriculum, written curriculum, taught curriculum, supported curriculum, assessed curriculum, learned curriculum, hide implicit or curriculum. So we have 7 specific types of curriculum. Elements of curriculum: statement of aims and specific objectives, selection and organization of content, patterns of learning and teaching, program of evaluation of outcomes. Curriculum development. It is the process of selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experiences on the basis of needs, abilities, and interests of learners and the nature of the society. So, dyan na nga nasasabi natin, diba? Kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng curriculum development. So, how? Selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating. So, kailangan din natin i-identify of the basis of needs and abilities and interests of learners. Siyempre, we must to identify kung ano ba talaga yung kailangan ng isang estudyante. Diba? And also sa society. Kung ano ba yung curriculum na gagamitin natin. Curriculum development. It is a cooperative venture. So, you're not the alone. Hindi ka nag-iisa nito. When it comes to cooperative, talagang may kasama kayo nito. Talagang isa group of people na ginagawa yung curriculum development. Factors considered in developing curriculum, nature of society. So the first one is we need to consider the nature of society. Interests, needs, and experiences of the learners in the society, and educational principles. So when it comes to nature of society, so kailangan natin tingnan kung ano ba yung needs, kung ano ba yung kailangan nating ipaprioritize sa isang society, diba? Kailangan ibabagay natin. So tingnan natin yung interest nila, needs nila, and experiences para mas tugma doon sa ibibigay mong curriculum. Stages of curriculum development. Okay, so determine educational or professional context, define needs. So as what I said yung kanina, pasok yung define needs, determine aims, expected outcomes, identify ideas and constraints, agree on the structure and framework of the program, allocate detailed development of each topic. Stage, ito yung stage of curriculum development. Course teams to develop coherent programs, implement and refine programs, develop evaluation strategy, review and revise the course in line with feedback. So, common approaches to curriculum development is analysis. Yeah, we have to analyze, design, selecting. Yeah, we need to consider yung selecting, formation, and review. And the last one is review. Kailangan natin i-review kung pasok ba. Kasi kung wala itong mga approaches na to, we cannot consider it as a curriculum. Kailangan talagang complete siya. Kumbaga complete package para matabi nating curriculum. Okay, so thank you for watching and listening my blog presentation, which is to discuss the curriculum and curriculum development. And thank you for your time and God bless.
So good evening guys. So today we will discuss about curriculum and curriculum development. So as a learner, as a student, as a teachers, or as a netizen, of course, what the first thing should you think in your mind when we say curriculum or curriculum development? So marami tayong naiisip, which is in process, learning, development, and etc. Marami pang iba. But now, we should try to discuss, diba? Subukan nating alamin kung ano ba talaga yung curriculum and curriculum development. So, ano pang hinihintay natin? Let's go! So, curriculum development, it is connected to each other. So, sino ba naman ang hindi maniniwala na tama? Curriculum, it's connected to each other. Between teacher and learners, we need curriculum to be learned, to be processed with progress and empowered. Especially doon pumapasok ang mga pagiging success, pagiging knowledgeable, looking for the good futures, looking for the good teach, di ba? Na-improve natin, which is in curriculum. Marami tayong nagagawang knowledge, marami tayong napapatunayan sa sarili natin, which is in terms of curriculum. So, hindi lang yan. Sabi dito, curriculum development is defined as the process of selecting, organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experience on the basis of the needs, ability, and interests of the learners and the nature of society or community. So, about my research curriculum ay hindi lamang para magkaroon tayo ng process of learning, but it's all about organizing, executing, and evaluating learning experience, which is nagbibigay sa atin ng interests and abilities upang nang sa ganun is matuto tayo, upang nang sa ganun malaman natin kung ano ba yung curriculum development or yung impact nito sa atin bilang isang mag-aaral. So, sabi pa dito, curriculum development is a stiff process of learning. Stiff process of learning na kung saan doon napapaloob ang ating development. So, talakayin natin. Wow, and this time, we have 6 features that could involve in curriculum. The first one is the pedagogic scholar literature, input from perception employees, current student, and alumni, institutional learning and teaching policy, available resource, staff, library, etc., program, framework, and time constraints, governmental higher education guidelines, and directives. So, yung 6 na to, sila yung bumubuo sa curriculum, which is nakakatulong sa development skills of learning, sa development skills of process ng mga estudyante. Then the next is other parts of curriculum development involved, which is the first one is subject matter, curriculum specialist, educational technologies, and the last one is educational psychology. So subject matter, this is giving support for the teachers and define if the answer of the assessment is correct or detailed, para nang sa ganun, hindi mahirapan ang mga estudyante to catch up. For example, the lesson, the topics about of what. So, that's the subject matter. Then, the next one is curriculum specialist. Curriculum specialist naman, ito yung nagbibigay halaga or nagbibigay inspections when it comes in the learning of the students. And the learning of students inclined of assessment, inclined on evaluations, and other parts of studies. Then the third one is the educational technologies. So when we say educational technologies, it is all about software and hardware, which is napapasok dito ang ICT, information communication technology that could give a lot of knowledge, that could give a lot of innovations, that could give a lot of empower. Then the last one is educational psychologists. Educational psychologists, most definition of this is on how people learn in kind of educations, on how people teach, on how people having a good process, especially when it comes in education. So that's four types that's involved in curriculum development, has a big impact when it comes in curriculum, when it comes to the process of our learnings. So the next, the meaning of curriculum. The term curriculum has been derived from a Latin word cori, which means race, course, or runway which one runs to reach goal. So, diba, doon pa lang makikita natin kung ano ba yung layunin ng curriculum para sa atin bilang isang mag-aaral, bilang future educator. Me, of course, I have aiming to reach my goal, diba? To reach my dreams and to be success someday. Accordingly, a curriculum is the instructional and the educative program by following which the pupil achieve their goals, so and ideals, aspirations of life. So, yun, ipinapaliwanag sa atin ng curriculum bilang isang mag-aaral, bilang isang learners, that curriculum should give us fire and mostly develop our skills when it comes in educations, when it comes pagdating sa socializations, pagdating sa moral aspect or moral developments, especially as a values educations, as a values teacher. So nowadays we have traditional concept and traditional curriculum was subject centered, while the modern curriculum is child and life centered. So in old curriculum or traditional concept, the focus or the deliberation of topics, for example, topics lesson is coming from the teacher. But now in and a modern curriculum, rather, it is all about student learner center, which is yung estudyante na yung kailangan mag-explore, which is yung estudyante na kailangan mag-improve or having a research for the lesson, for the topic discussions, or for anything should give of the instructor. So that's the meaning of curriculum. Then this, of course, curriculum must have its characteristic. First one is totality of activities. Second one, a means to an end. Third one, total scores environment. Totality of the experience, mirror of curriculum and curricular trends, mirror of education trends, development of balanced personality. So, the 7 of characteristics of curriculum, kapag mai-apply mo to para sa iyong sarili, I want to told you sa iyo, masasabi ko lang is, you have a good guide when it comes to curriculum. Your process is very applicable when it comes in educations. Also, in the nature of curriculum. First one, is it truth of a program and pattern of offerings. It is second one is truth to be content of courses, and the third one is truth of the experience through which knowledge is communicated. So, sinasabi sa nature of curriculum, we should learn, we need to learn, we need to overcome, we need to catch up the curriculum meaning, the definition of curriculum. Kung ano ba yung maitutulong ito para sa atin, kung ano ba yung kayang gawin ng curriculum para sa atin sa pagtahak ng courses natin, sa pagpili ng gusto natin mangyari sa buhay natin. So, that's the content of nature of curriculum. Of course, we have also four curriculum involved. The first one is explicit curriculum. The second one is explicit curriculum, null curriculum, and extra curriculum rather. So we should not need to elaborate these four kinds involved in curriculum kasi nandiyan naman ang kanyang definitions. We should learn to read and understand na lang. But naka-emphasize naman ito. So let's proceed to the next slides. So for me, as a generalized curriculum is all about learning to give us knowledge and skills development for the successful of our course. So doon pa lang malalaman natin na ang curriculum development is all about learning na makakapagbigay sa atin ng kakayahan na ma-develop ang ating sarili para makuha natin ang ating hangarin. So it depends on us as a learner, as a future educator. So I have a lot of dreams na para for the next generation to my student, may bigay ko yung kanilang pangangailangan when it comes in education system through curriculum development. So that's all for today. Hope you guys understand our short and emphasizes topic. Of course, we'd like to thank sa mga kasama ko, Mr. Rex Teconde and Mr. Kevin M. Reyes, then Miss Quene Conde. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Thank you.